In East Rutherford. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Oakland Raiders and the New York Jets. 2-1-2 teams, each hoping to get back to 500, and we're underway in Week 4. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Ready? Yellow waiting. Check that. Over. Out. Here we go. Hey, easy.
First carry for Nick Chubb. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Breeze. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. And give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Townsend to punt it. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
Check 13. Check 13. Inside. It's a safety run. Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. Hey, foxtrot, foxtrot.
Now Rodgers. He sets to fire deep. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Anuno's got it complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down. They're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this. And, hey, you know, how are you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
For mine.
You know, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. That opening drive rhythm continues right into play number 3.
Whatever they decided that they wanted to run before the game, it's working pretty well for them right now. Moving the ball downfield at a nice rate. And guess what? I think the chain crew might have to get a little oxygen over there. They have to keep moving downfield with 1st downs on each play.
Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. And it'll be intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started, and they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion, guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
And now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Whoa. You remember this? Let's go, baby. 49. Hey, easy.
They give the Chubb out of the gun. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
Ready? Yellow lady. Here we go. Nice, 50 seconds to Mike. 50 seconds to Mike. Watch the screen. Hey, check. Hey, break it down, fellas. Break it down. Check 4. Blue draw quarters. Hey, easy.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but They do convert on 3rd and inches.
And the Raiders first down.
Ready? 95-56. Big stop, team. Big stop. Let's go.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. And he'll take it to the 43-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. And it was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Here we go, team. Here I come. Here I come. Ready, take.
A run for Nick Chubb. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 yards there and a 1st down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. We're scoreless after 1. The Raiders with the football here to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Check, Mike 57. Mike 57. All right. Here we go. Let's go, B. Hey, kill. Easy, opposite. Check 25. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
On the carry, it's Chubb. The tackle by Tremaine Johnson.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. A toss play to Chubb. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
The Raiders into the red zone for the first time. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18.
Here we go.
Now Chubb running right. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. And on his way to the end zone, shedding the tackle, he would not be denied.
That's what's called finishing the run. Making sure you power your way through. One-on-one tackle. No running back wants to go to the bench and say, I got stopped just short.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0.
The score, Rivers 7, Jets nothing. John
Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
That's me. Get 300. Get 300.
Now a play fake. Rodgers. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Jeremiah Tauchu gets him for a loss of a yard, and it will bring up 3rd down. The Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down.
You better be afraid of me.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's going to fire one deep up into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
Let it in. 319. Back on. Hey, we got to see him.
On 1st down, Rodgers. He's going to find his tight end. That's Chris Herndon. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets 1st down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Jump out. 9, Mike 9. Hey, Steve 6. Steve 6. Watch the slant. Back north. Kill.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive.
Don't left, Kelly. Watch out. Wide left.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. He's got a 1st down and much more inside the 20. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Le'Veon Bell, his 6th touchdown of the season, as they are now on the board here in the 1st half.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, Yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Ready? 95, 56. Check, check. Block 54. Block 54. It's out of field. 5-9. Hey, easy. Hey, it's out of.
They go with Chubb on second down. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this third down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Jones on the return. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Alert flat, alert flat.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Hey, we got a seal. We got a seal. We got a seal. You don't want none, baby. You want a 50.
Now the Raiders are going to use another timeout here as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Mike 9. Mike 9. Bang out. Bang out. Bang out. Check 9. Check 9. Run right. Hey, 88. 88. 88. Poco over here. Kill.
Throwing again. Rodgers. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Robbie Anderson. His first touchdown on the year. And the Jets have taken the lead. And if you blinked, you probably missed that touchdown drive. It happened in a hurry.
I was just putting mustard on my hot dog, and all of a sudden he's in the end zone. I've got to do a better job of paying attention for this quick strike offense.
I thought you weren't going to tell your wife about the hot dogs in the booth thing.
I just did, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. You did. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. On 2nd down, it's Jacobs. And the defense obviously expecting run as well as they're going to shut that one down at the line of scrimmage.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. The Raiders on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Looking deep downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Tremaine Johnson that time there to force the incompletion.
He was covered by Jamal Adams.
Here now, Johnny Townsend, as he's on to punt for Oakland. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Great coverage there, holds him to a 2-yard return following a 50-yard punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So that'll back them up 5. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
Watch twins. Showing it. Hey, black.
A final shot before half for Rodgers. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Hey, we got to seal. Hey, pick it up, defense. Back one.
Again, it's Bell. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 10 yards is the pickup. Good enough for a Jet first down. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. And he finds a man with a crossing route. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
319. Watch the run. Shoot. Wide left.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
158. Hey, we got to seal.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. Here's a run on 1st down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
You're good, you're good. I'm full, ready. He's crashing. He's checking crash. Hey, kill. Crash. Hey, easy.
And again, it's Chubb. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this 3rd down.
54, by 9. Check. Watch 54. Hey, wahoo! It's our time. Mike 5-4. I got him. Hey, watch 5-1. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Go. Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field.
And with the play clock reading 4, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Check. 53's mine. Check. 53's mine. Win. Hey, Delta. Mike 53. Mike. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball right here. 12. 53. Check 53. Quit talking about it. Hey, exit. 53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. You. You kill. Hey, we got Mike, number 50. Hey, easy. 53. Check. Check. 53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. He's going to look deep down the field, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Jets offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now.
Inside. Hey, Echo. Hey, we gotta get you that Mike over there. Here it comes. Check 30. Mike 9. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball. Hey, Zoo.
Looking to throw on second down. Rodgers, open man left side. That's the tight end, Herndon. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
This defense tightening up a bit. That last catch just 1 yard, making it 3rd and 9. On play action, Rodgers. It's caught by Herndon. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. Rodgers now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Here's Bell. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Over here. Wide, get wide.
And he's got room. Le'Veon Bell, kiss him goodbye. And all the way in, touchdown, New York. Le'Veon Bell with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Jets will extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the...
Now the defense loses him. It's complete. There he goes left side. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. J.J. Nelson, 79 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. Point after, right down the middle. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 19-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 21-yard line.
Let's get it.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. this run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
On play action. Now Rodgers. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Hey, take 26. Hey, Alpha.
From the gun, Rodgers. A bullet throw, but incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Fielded at the 43. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over.
Ready? 95, 56. Hey, kill. Hey, easy. You're good. High 4, ready. 54. Mike, 54. Bravo. Me and you all day. I'm coming after you. 54's Mike.
On first down, Breeze. He fights him off. And that is incomplete here.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
All day, defense, all day. Tighten up. Easy, opposite. Hey, easy. 21. 53 to Mike. 53. Check 53. Hey, Haywood.
To throw is Breeze. This is Gabriel out on the left side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Taylor Gabriel, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And an important one that is, as we are tied now early in this 4th quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the scores, the kicks away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Switch. Check 26. Bang.
They'll go again with Bell. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
I know you felt that one.
Blue 58, cat 300, cat 300. Small. You better break. Inside. You better break. Shift.
You go tight. You got tight. You got tight.
Rodgers operating from the gun. Over the middle, complete. It's Bell. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13.
First down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Blue 58.
Double dog. That's the way. Rush in. Out. Jackson.
That's complete over the middle to Anderson. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Robbie Anderson with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and they will take a 7-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
Hey, easy. Hey, Charlie.
Watch out. Check Mike 54. Watch the out.
Hey, break it down, fellas. Break it down.
Here's Breeze. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. Different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And all the way down to the 40-yard line. A big play that time for the Raiders. 54 yards. Now Chubb looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Avery Williamson there to make the stop.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
You got him. You got him.
So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Throw right side going to be caught by Waller. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down. The Raiders on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
54.
Hey, 7.
54. I got you.
They'll look to throw. Finding Gabriel complete. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 27-yard line.
Pardon, you got to like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Check.
Let's go. Hey, we got
Easy.
53. Man, that's trash.
To throw is Breeze. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Avery Williamson. Darren Waller, the intended receiver.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And checking the timeouts. They do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Bell. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. Rodgers will take a knee here, and that should be all she wrote.
And there it is, the standard symbol. Taking a knee means that one team won, and the other one obviously lost the ball game. But now that team that won is 2-2. After the first 4 games, I think they're okay with a 2-2 start. Not overly happy, but at the same time, not depressed either.
You mentioned to me breaking down a season in quadrants. So the first quadrant is kind of a check, as you said, for okay. Not great, not bad.
Yeah, right now they're just holding serve. They look forward to their next 4. Maybe they can make a surge there.
So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And this one boiled down in the end, Charles, to simply too much Aaron Rodgers.
We've seen this many times before, haven't we? And I'm sure we'll see it again in the future. Extreme confidence in his abilities, extreme confidence in his teammates, never thinks a game is out of reach because his right arm can equalize anything a defense can put out there.
So for the Jets, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Houston Texans. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gautin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.